In tonight's Fox Focus, some call it the flight of a lifetime. The World War II Memorial in Washington wasn't dedicated until 2004, so most vets from that area were already in their late 70s or early 80s, many never getting the chance to see it in person.
But now a nonprofit group is trying to change all that, making sure all of the Capital Region World War II vets can make that trip for free. Fox 23's Julie Tremmel introducing us to two of the men getting ready to go.
Mechanicville native Percy Angle is 91. When he served in the 8th U.S. Air Force from 42 to 44, his friends called him Perce. Angle spent most of his time flying missions out of Italy, working 2 machine guns in the nose cone of a B-17 bomber.
You have the navigator and the pilot and the bombardier, and I was the bombardier.
How he survived it? An awful lot of luck.
When you took off in the morning, you went to the target. There was a lot of luck in getting back home that afternoon.
Cobleskill native Ken Graves is 85. Beginning in 1945, he spent a year and a half with the 98th Army Infantry Division, and after basic training, Graves was sent directly to Japan. The images he witnessed there still hard to comprehend today.
Where the atomic bomb hit in Nagasaki, all you seen for miles was just buildings that was burnt down, nothing there. Unreal.
The two servicemen share a common bond. They both made it home safe, but still mourn the loss of so many comrades.
They flew the missions, and sometimes they went all the way through, and sometimes they went down before they finished their missions too. I miss them because they were part of my crew. And when you fly as a crew, you're with a group of men that are close to you, very close.
And even though more than half a century has gone by, the fear and anxiety is still easy to recall.
But the war was over when I got there, but still yet you had to be protected at all times on account of you didn't know who's hiding around, you know, Japanese.
The entire experience humbling, to say the least.
But you know, all the years that I was in the service, in there or out, I have never talked to anybody until I met her the other day. You know, nobody even realized I was a veteran.
Both vets touched to find that the community cares about their war stories and overwhelmed at the chance to see the World War II Memorial in D.C. in person, all thanks to the local nonprofit Leatherstocking Honor Flight Network.
We're going to go and view them right up close now. It's going to be very nice.
There might be such a thing that I could meet some of the guys that I was in the service with.
We do everything in our power to make them feel like rock stars and come back, you know, feeling better about themselves. I've had more than one vet tell us that it was one of the best days of his life.
The Leatherstocking Honor Flight will depart from Albany International Airport, heading to D.C. on Saturday, April 28th, with both of those 2 proud U.S. servicemen on board. But the nonprofit still needs your help to keep the program running. If you know of a World War II vet who may want to make the trip, or to find out how to donate cash to the cause, just log on to our website at fox23news.com. In the studio, Julie Tremmel, Fox 23 News.
And Julie's going to be going on that flight on Saturday, and she'll bring us a story from the trip when she gets back.
And they're special guys, and it's going to be nice, really neat to be there when they actually see it.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, just hearing the story just makes you so proud to be an American,
Absolutely,
doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. In tonight's Fox Focus, we recently introduced you to 2 Capital Region World War II veterans preparing to experience the World War II Memorial down in Washington for the first time.
This is no ordinary flight. It's what they call an honor flight. Fox 23's Julie Tremmel had the privilege of traveling right alongside 38 vets who were able to make the trip thanks to the generosity of others.
From the moment they set foot at Albany International, these 38 World War II vets from around the Capital Region were given the respect, dignity, and honor they've earned. An honor perhaps lost in the shuffle, an honor overlooked, unmentioned even, due to the fast-paced life we live, an honor brought back by a flight of a lifetime.
It's an honor to be here with you.
The official send-off included greetings from Congressman Paul Tonko and geared up as vets boarded a plane bound for D.C.
Welcome aboard.
On the ground, the plane was showered with a ceremonial water arch, a privilege afforded only to retiring pilots, retiring planes, and honor flights.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, it's a water cannon shower.
But the journey hits a fever pitch near D.C. at the airport with hundreds waiting to greet them. Heroes welcome on their way to the memorial built in their honor and dedicated to the memory of so many of their comrades who didn't make it home.
Sir, thank you for your service.
And that grand greeting set the tone for the entire day. The overwhelmed faces of the vets here saying it all.
The whole experience has been unbelievable. I was just a plain bombardier gunner on the B-17.
Today I had a beautiful time. Something I'd never seen if we hadn't come down here.
The crescendo of the trip undoubtedly completing the mission at hand, an up-close tour of the official World War II memorial.
Oh boy, what is this?
With, once again, a welcome fit for a true hero.
Thank you.
Some out-of-town visitors so moved they broke down.
Just seeing what they did for us and knowing how they felt and what they were doing just to save us.
And even though the memorial itself was an amazing memory,
Now I think I have a picture of it to show my family when I get home.
these men say it was the people, fellow vets and other visitors they met here,
Thank you. Did you draw this?
that will stick with them for the rest of their lives.
Some people that just went by, several of them, patted me on the back and said thank you.
A trip of a lifetime thanks to Leatherstocking Honor Flight, a group dedicated to acknowledging their service and paying homage to their sacrifices.
Well, we don't say see the memorial, we say experience the memorial.
And experience is exactly what they did.
So I want to thank everybody that was involved in putting this thing together. It's quite remarkable what they have accomplished.
Guess what, though? The story does not end there.
No, it doesn't. These vets visited other key memorials in Washington, D.C., and they even had an audience with former Senators Bob and Elizabeth Dole. Julie's going to have more on their journey tomorrow night at 10.
For more information about the honor flight, it's on our website, fox23news.com. Maybe people like to make a donation, help someone else make the trip.
Absolutely.
You know, it's estimated that 12 to 15,000 World War II veterans die per day in this country.
That prompted a nonprofit group to set a goal of getting every World War II vet down to Washington to see the memorial dedicated to their service before it's too late.
Fox 23's Julie Tremmel continues our series Flight of a Lifetime, showing us the vets met some pretty influential people along the way.
The vets used walkers, canes, and wheelchairs, whatever it took to get there. These military men on a mission to make it.
Thank you.
And despite all the aches and pains, they did.
All right, Purse, I'm going to let you go on this hill and see who catches it.
And in addition to taking it all in at the World War II memorial itself,
Here we mark the price of freedom.
some Capital Region Honor Flight vets got to rub elbows with the lawmaker most instrumental in securing the $180 million in funding to build the expansive memorial. During the trip, 91-year-old Mechanicville Air Force B-17 bombardier Percy Engel received an extra special greeting from former Senators Bob and Elizabeth Dole.
How you doing?
Senator.
It's Elizabeth right there.
Elizabeth,
How you doing?
Are you Elizabeth Dole?
I am.
Well, for goodness sake, let me shake your hand
Well,
too,
I want a
then.
hug. Can you give me a big hug? Mwah.
Engel said in his wildest dreams, he never expected to trade war stories with such a powerful pair. And former Senator Bob Dole, himself a wounded World War II vet, certainly shares a special bond with each and every one of the servicemen he meets.
Dropped a lot of bombs on Germany.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Did you fly Italy too?
Flew out of Italy.
Yeah.
Flew from Foggia.
The Doles setting up a chair at the World War II memorial often, specifically to meet honor flight vets just like Percy.
It kind of makes you understand again how lucky we are to live in a free country because of the men and women who are still left.
And to thank them for saving America and saving the world for freedom and democracy. What a legacy they have.
This trip to their memorial and the hundreds of greetings they received along the way, a surprise eye-opener for every honor flight vet. Each handshake and hug bringing a new understanding that they are appreciated. A true solace knowing that the sacrifices they made so many years ago still matter now.
I almost didn't come. I didn't realize that the people were coming like they do. You got everybody.
I didn't expect this, but they said you wouldn't regret it when people told me to get on the flight.
Wow, isn't that fantastic?
It's amazing.
Those 38 local World War II vets also visited Arlington National Cemetery and the Iwo Jima Memorial during their trip to D.C.
Now join us right here, Fox 23 News, tomorrow night at 10. We're going to follow them on that last leg of this emotional journey. For more information about the honor flight, maybe you'd like to help out, you can head to our website, fox23news.com.
From Army to Navy, tank driver to pilot, the nonprofit Leatherstocking Honor Flight Network has provided free flights to D.C. for World War II veterans. Fox 23's Julie Tremmel made the trip with a group of 38 deserving vets a week ago and shares the final leg of their honor flight experience.
They came to see the bronze and granite of the World War II Memorial in D.C., but it ended up being the images they've carried with them all along. Memories buried since the war they visited. For 94-year-old Air Force pilot Charles Evans, those thoughts were brought back by the seemingly infinite rows of headstones at Arlington National Cemetery.
I flew 30 combat missions over the Third Reich. You think of yourself as a survivor. So many of my best friends were not survivors.
A somber visit to the Tomb of the Unknowns also leaving its mark on the vets.
Forward. Up.
The hourly changing of the guard, a reminder of just how lucky they are to be here and of their comrades who are not. A stop at the Iwo Jima Memorial struck a particularly painful nerve with Navy veteran John Lushka.
It's hard to hold back the tears.
Even just looking at the sculpture, an exercise in courage. Lushka digging deep still for the strength to press on, even though he has comrades who can't, even though it hurts.
Well, what can I say? Just I'm glad I'm here. It brings back a lot of memories. A lot of good memories and quite a few bad ones, but that's the way it goes.
The final feature, an honor flight tradition, a surprise mail call for the vets.
This might be from my oldest daughter. Oh, yeah. Because
Frank McClellan!
That's where she lives.
Letters and cards from loved ones, just like when they were overseas.
Did you expect that?
No, I didn't. I said, nobody knows I'm here.
Some reminded by an old photo, just how long the journey since World War II has been. When was the last time you saw that photo?
I don't remember. Been quite a while.
Please enjoy your trip. You'll always deserve so much more.
A trip of a lifetime, one they'll never forget. Now, if you know of a World War II vet who may be interested in taking an honor flight to D.C. or to find out how to volunteer for or donate to the cause, just log on to our website, fox23news.com.